Wake up!
After 15 years, the PC version of GTA 4 is finally getting some much needed fixing. Now, I'm not talking about GTA 4's performance. That has and likely always will be an issue. However, the game has a huge number of graphical issues on PC, which means it looks massively inferior to the console versions in many ways. So, while Rockstar will usually only update their old games to remove content or make them worse overall, modders, as usual, will handle the actual fixing of these beloved classics. With 3 mods, Fusion Fix, various fixes, and console visuals, a lot of these issues on the PC version of GTA 4 have been fixed, and other improvements to the game have been made. With these mods, we're slowly working our way to having the best version of GTA 4 on any platform. So let's take a look at how modders are fixing the PC version of GTA 4. The biggest improvement we have, in my opinion, is the fixes to the game's depth of field. If you played GTA 4 before on PC, you might remember an option called Definition. If this was on, the game would be very clear and defined, I guess. The problem with having this option on though was the lack of anti-aliasing in GTA 4. This meant the game would be very aliased, with shimmering everywhere. However, if you turn this option off, the game would become very blurry, almost more than you'd remember if you played the game on console before. This was because the game doesn't actually scale the depth of field correctly with resolution, so at higher resolutions on PC, the blur would basically cover the entire screen. There was also an ordering issue in the shader, where nearby objects also get blurred when they weren't meant to. With Fusion Fix, all of these issues have been fixed, and overall definition off looks much better now than it did previously. Oh, and in the vanilla game, cutscenes always had definition off even if you had it enabled. This has now been fixed, and cutscenes will respect your selected definition option with Fusion Fix. Volumetric lighting exists in GTA 4, however on the PC version it was completely broken. This has now been fixed on PC with Fusion Fix. Object fading was also broken on PC. Objects would pop in and out of existence rather than fade in and out like they were supposed to. With Fusion Fix, object fading should now work correctly, and all objects on the map should now fade in and out when they're supposed to. Rain looks much worse on PC too. Splashes were basically invisible and couldn't be seen. The actual rain effect also looked weaker too. With Fusion Fix, this looks much better and closer to the console version of the game. Also, the raindrop effect that appears on the screen were white on console like they were meant to be, but they appeared black on PC. This has also been fixed. The static shadows under vehicles were also excessively strong on PC, and it made the ground underneath vehicles very dark. This has also been fixed with Fusion Fix. Vehicle reflections were distorted on PC, and they were also less intense than the console reflections. With Fusion Fix and console visuals, vehicle reflections now appear correctly and as intense as they did on console. In layer patches, Rockstar broke shaders for certain light types, so things like the Rotterdam Tower wouldn't light up correctly. Fusion Fix fixes this shader so these type of lights are no longer broken. Fusion Fix also fixes the vehicle lights in The Ballad of Gay Tony. Originally, these were broken on PC, but they've been fixed with this mod. For some reason, Rockstar thought keyboard and mouse players couldn't aim in 2008, and they basically disabled the spread of weapons when spraying on PC. This has also been fixed by Fusion Fix, and weapon spread will generally increase when firing with this mod installed, just like the console version. As well as all of those fixes and improvements, Fusion Fix also adds some new menu options with additional fixes and options. The console gamma setting can change the color range to limited instead of full, like raw Xbox 360 output. This can cause crushed blacks and extreme brights, but the option is there for absolute purists. FPS limiter allows you to limit your FPS. This can be helpful as GTA 4 only had a VSync option previously, and there was no way to limit your FPS to anything other than your refresh rate, without the use of third-party tools. Speaking of frame rates, the camera in GTA 4's cutscenes actually break at higher frame rates. With Fusion Fix, all cutscenes are limited to 60 FPS or below, if your FPS is limited to less. In order to prevent this can be changed in the mod configuration file though, if you really wanted to change it, although I wouldn't recommend it. You can also now change the current filter in the menu as well. FXAA can also now be enabled and disabled in the game's menu. It's not the best form of anti-aliasing, but it's better than none. There's also additional options to run the game in borderless windowed, skip the game's intro when launching, and also skip the game's main menu so the game will automatically load the last save when launched. There's a ton of fixes I didn't even mention in this video, so I'd recommend you check out the mod pages for these mods to find out even more. I didn't even go into any of the fixes included with the mod Various Fixes, which includes a huge change list of improvements, so definitely check that one out. There's still quite a few things to fix, but the PC version of GTA 4 is really starting to shape into the best version of the game possible. As usual, modders are doing the work Rockstar should have done to begin with. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoy GTA modding videos, be sure to check out the channel and consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and I'll catch you later.